Hi, I'm Will from Daloopa. In this video, I'll be showing you the Daloopa MCP, and I'll demonstrate how we integrate with ChatGPT to unlock powerful quantitative functionalities grounded in verified, source-linked financial data. For a little bit of background, Daloopa is the most complete fundamental dataset for thousands of global tickers, with more KPIs collected per ticker than any other dataset on the market. ChatGPT can access Daloopa's database through our MCP connection, with every fundamental data point linked directly back to the source for full auditability. Today, we're going to talk through how to connect Daloopa's MCP to ChatGPT, then use cases for ChatGPT.com and in ChatGPT for Excel. Let's get started. We will start by showing how to connect Daloopa's MCP to ChatGPT. So right now, we're in ChatGPT.com interface. In the left sidebar, you'll click Apps. Then search for Daloopa. Select it. And then click the Connect button. You will now be redirected to a new window where you will log in with your Daloopa credentials. Afterwards, you are automatically brought back to ChatGPT, and the MCP is connected. But to leverage Daloopa data in your prompt, you will need to add a connector to each conversation, which we will show in the examples. We will now go through how to use Daloopa within ChatGPT.com. When you begin, each new conversation should start with you adding Daloopa to the chat. To do this, click the plus sign at the left of the prompt area. Hover over More and select Daloopa. This has now added the Daloopa MCP to your conversation. Now let's run a real analyst workflow. We'll ask ChatGPT to pull Microsoft's last 6 quarters of revenue growth, operating margin, and EPS alongside the current stock price, and stress test what assumptions are already baked into the valuation. You'll see ChatGPT work through the query, and because we have the Daloopa MCP enabled, instead of ChatGPT going to the internet to collect the financial and market data, ChatGPT will go to the Daloopa database, pulling Microsoft's fundamental financials and historical stock prices at each earnings date to stress test the thesis. What makes this use case powerful is that Daloopa provides both fundamental financial data, revenue, margins, EPS, as well as current and historical stock price data synced daily, which includes open, close, high, low, and volume data. So rather than guessing or pulling from secondary sources, every number is grounded in Daloopa's verified financial data. You'll notice the fundamental figures are hyperlinked. Click any figures and it takes you directly to the source filing where that data was extracted. That's the auditability that matters for full confidence in the analysis. Now we will walk through a use case using Daloopa's MCP with a ChatGPT for Excel plugin. This whole workflow will take place directly in Excel. If you don't already have the add-in, on the Home tab, go to Add-ins, then search for ChatGPT and click Add. Because we already set up the Daloopa connector in ChatGPT, it automatically syncs here so there is no additional setup needed. To start, you need to add Daloopa to each session. Click the plus icon, select Apps, and choose Daloopa. Now let's run a cross-company analysis. A best practice here is to be as specific as possible with your prompt. The more precise you are with your request, the cleaner the output. We'll ask ChatGPT to pull some income statement metrics across specified companies, structured with each company in its own section and quarters as columns. ChatGPT pulls directly from Daloopa's verified database. Since the full analyses can take a few minutes, we will jump to the final output. As you can see, ChatGPT built out the structured table directly in your spreadsheet, and every fundamental data point is hyperlinked. Click any figure and it takes you directly to the source filing where that data was extracted. The manual research that used to take hours is now automated, and with Daloopa as the data layer, every number is one you can trust. Hope this was a helpful walkthrough of how Daloopa's MCP can empower you to maximize ChatGPT's analytical power, and go to daloopa.com/MCP if you'd like to learn more.